What's going on, everyone? Yesterday's game with the New York Knicks and the Houston Rockets was atrocious, to put it nicely. The refereeing in this league is it's terrible. And I want to dive into that and go on a little rant. Of course, I want to hear your thoughts and opinions. But for context, right, I am not a Knicks fan. I am not a Rockets fan. If you're familiar with me and you're familiar with my channels, you know I am a Laker fan. So I don't have any skin in the game. It's not one of those things where it's like I'm a Knicks fan, like, oh, obviously that. No, it's none of that. I don't know how you watch that game and go, yep, the refs did a great job. And it's a regular trend amongst the league. Not even just this game, not even just Laker games, not even just, you name it. Pick your favorite team. And regardless, there is a league-wide problem with the refereeing in this league. The way that you can review things, it's an absolute mess. And we'll get into that here in a moment. But for those that maybe didn't catch the game or, didn't know exactly what was going on, there was actually several fouls. You had one with Dillon Brooks that just trucked. You just trucked Jalen Brunson on several occasions, really. You could name it several times. But the big one that's in question was towards the end of the game. There was a foul called on Jalen Brunson that made contact with Aaron Holiday towards the end of the game. It's called a foul. The Knicks ended up losing the game. Tibbs is even trying to drop a play because there was supposed to be like 0.3 seconds left. They decided just end the game. It's over. It's a wrap. And then, of course, official Ed Malloy in Pool Report, after Jalen Brunson's foul on Aaron Holiday at the end of the Rockets' win over the Knicks. The contact which occurred after the release of the ball, therefore, is incidental and marginal to the shot attempt and should not have been called. Well, guess what? It's too late. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that after, this is what is so frustrating, right? Because you see this time and time again with this league, is that they have these, pool reports that basically go over all of the mishaps of the game, but it's already too late. What is the point of that? Why do you even have that? Just to make teams or fans feel like, oh yeah, I got robbed? It does nothing. Literally does nothing. It's not like they change the outcome. It's not like they go back and go, hey, you know what? Man, the game, that should have been 3 points taken off, so therefore the Knicks won, so No, they don't do anything. It's literally just a pat on the back of like, hey, sorry, we messed up. Better luck next time. Maybe next time it's not you. Maybe it's the other team. And it's a league-wide problem. Now, look, I have talked about the refereeing in regards to them kind of feeling like they're center of attention. And that drives me crazy. I've gone on plenty of rants with that, so I'm not going to go too much into that, but that is definitely a problem, where you see these referees giving texts and just responding to emotion with emotion when you're the ones that aren't playing the game. You're the ones, I understand referees are humans too, but you see some of these refs that act like people and fans and everybody are there to see them. No one cares about you. Like, you could be replaced tomorrow and no one would even notice. But a guy like, Jalen Brunson, if he gets, the entire world would notice, right? And you have these refs that just put their feelings and their emotions and their biases into effect. That shouldn't be the case. You're there to do a job and do one thing and one thing only. Judge the game and call the game as fair and unbiased as possible. I don't care if a player goes and tells you you're this, that, and the other, and spats in your face. It doesn't matter. You know what matters? You doing your job. But like I've talked about, there's no repercussions for referees. It's the only profession I've ever seen in anything, in which there is no repercussions. Any player, any organization, any executive, any coach, anybody says anything about the refereeing, they're immediately fined and there are repercussions. But who is holding these referees accountable? And we'll touch on that here more in a minute because I want to talk about Adam Silver. But look, what is the point of having these challenge calls and these reviews and, trying to get things right and having people in the headquarters watching every waking play, the last 2 minutes and whatnot, right? Because a lot of things are supposed to be called. You'll see a lot of stuff in the last 2 minutes that the referees aren't even responsible for. It's people watching film in a booth, watching it in real time. Why do we have all these things in place, and yet we seem to never get it right? Or when we do get it right, it's already too late to correct. What's the point, right? Because if we're just going to be, if we're not going to use and properly go about the technology and, this new age, then why not just go back to just pure, here's the referees, live and die with the game, right? Like we did for 50 years of the existence of the league, right? Might as well just do that. But the NBA keeps talking about, we're doing this and that and the other, and we're implementing all this stuff in reviews and whatnot. We have people at headquarters that are watching this to make sure we get the game right as much as possible. And it seems like now there are more things wrong with the league than there ever's been. And look, a lot of it is probably now things are actually getting highlighted and things are actually getting, a spotlight on it. You have social media and now you have these new implementations that you're putting in to kind of just show the world like, hey, look, this is what's going on. This is what we got wrong. And look, I'm all for that. That's great. But if there are implications in what happened, right? If there are things that bounce back to the referees, right? Whether, again, players get fined. I'm not saying you have to fine them for every missed call or something, but have a rule to where if you get so many wrong, guess what? You get demoted and you got to go back to school or something, right? Anything, literally anything. I'm not saying take these guys' jobs or, basically just strip them of their pay or nothing, which you do to the players, coaches, and organizations, but I'm not even saying that. Just, hey, if you get more than like 2 calls wrong a game, then guess what? You guys need to go now and go back to school, and you don't get to ref until, whatever, there's pass a test or whatever. I don't care. Whatever it is. At least make it feel like you're doing something. Because the problem is that these referees get no reprimand, nothing. And yet nobody's allowed to criticize them. Tell you what, don't do anything. Keep it this way. But then don't fine players, coaches, and organizations when they are critical of the referees. Don't. Let them speak their mind. Let them talk smack about the referees. I mean, you're allowing the referees to basically do and get away with whatever they want. So then why are you punishing the people that got screwed over the referees' decisions? Adam Silver has done a great job. Right? He really has. He's been fantastic as a GM. The dude's batting 1,000. He just got a new contract extension. And I'm all for that. I really like Adam Silver. And he is a guy that listens, takes things into account. And look, I'm not saying, listen to this video. Like he's listening. Look, I'm nobody, right? Just a guy on the internet that's expressing his opinions and blessed enough to have an audience that actually listens, right? And we get to have conversations and stuff. I'm nowhere near Adam Silver's radar. So what I mean by, he listens is to the players and the fans and just the people within, right? And so I do believe when he says, hey, we're looking into stuff, we're trying to fix stuff, we're trying to change stuff. That's great and all. But again, I don't know why it's so difficult to have just something in place to where referees get punished based on their poor decision making, right? If you're going to give the referees the power and ability to make decisions that can potentially impact or change a game, then you need to do that, right? If you have a review, then why are we reviewing things just to get the calls wrong? I mean, plenty of people have came out about that. I mean, even LeBron's made tweets like, what's the point of reviewing stuff? And there was a game, what was it? Was it a Celtics game or something? Where LeBron was like, this is exactly what I'm talking about. It wasn't even a Laker game. It wasn't even a Laker-related game. Right? It's just, you have all these reviews and you have this headquarters and all that stuff that's supposed to be getting these things right. And yet no one seems to be getting it right. So that is an issue within side. And you as the CEO, the president and the guy that is in charge of everything, the commissioner, your job is to ensure that the people that are below you are all doing their job properly. And if they don't know how to do their job, they either need to be replaced or retrained. Just like any company or any organization. If you're running an organization and your staff are not doing what they are supposed to be doing, it's one of two reasons. Either A, you haven't done your job as a leader and as somebody that is in charge of overseeing these people, and thus you need to be held accountable and you need to do a better job of getting these guys prepared and ready to go. Take accountability as a leader, right? And fix and correct the issue. Or the second option is that these people are just not qualified enough to do said job, in which case they need to be replaced. And just like every company, from the CEO to the janitor, there is always reprimands for mistakes or things that cost the product. And the product that you're putting out is the games. So Adam Silver needs to be held to a standard and have some level of accountability in this. Because you are the one that is employing these referees and just standing there being okay and just saying, oh, hey, we'll do this report and that's it. Okay, what else are you doing? And I understand everything takes time, but you can implement actual consequences right now and have something to where, again, I understand human error. They're going to get some things right. They're going to get some things wrong. But then why have all these silly reports and do all this silly stuff if we're going to just live with the referees being able to do whatever they want? If you want that, then fine. Leave it there. Don't then rub it in the teams and the players and the organization's faces that they got it wrong when nothing changes. If you call a foul, everything is in real time. Say a referee calls a foul. Put an earpiece in the ref's ears, right? Say the ref calls a foul. Headquarters, boom. Hey, that was marginal. That wasn't a foul. In real time, you could do it. Never mind. Resume play, ball outside, whatever, right? Boom, you're done. I mean, literally, you could have it done and finalized in real time. Yet we keep letting these referees do things and then we correct it after, but it doesn't matter because nothing changes, right? There was people, a lot of people, watching that Knicks game, and I'm not talking about the fans, I'm talking about the people within the organization that are watching those plays in real time. That's job is to document and keep track and know, okay, in case we have to review, let's snip it, like all of that stuff. How hard would it be to put a earpiece in the ref's ear that the only person that talks is one person that's in charge at the headquarters, that is the one that their job is solely, because they're already doing that in real time, that their sole job is to say, hey, you got that wrong. That's not a foul, side out, or, under the basket, or whatever. Or, hey, that was a foul. You just missed that. Stop play, stop action. Correct it. That would be such a simple fix. And it would be effective. And you could do it in literal real time. Obviously, don't stop. Okay, because I'm sure people are going to ask, because it just popped into my head too. Okay, well, what about like the ups and flows of the game, right? Okay, that's fine, right? Think of the game, right? When they have the new rule where there is a tech, they don't stop action. They implement it as soon as there is a stop and a break in action, right? So you could do the same thing. Let's say that there was a missed foul and you're heading the other way, right? If it's a shooting foul, then at the next stop of break, then you get the free throws. You could do that if you want to do, right? So it's like, hey, I mean, they do it for technicals and stuff. So what's the difference? You know, okay, you got a break, timeout. During the timeout, there was a call 3 possessions earlier, which was that should have been called a shooting foul. You get to shoot free throws, come out, shoot free throws, boom, he shoots the free throws, and then you continue, right? What about the end of games? I mean, they stop constantly for all kinds of stuff, right? My thing is blow the whistle and then let the review make the decision to get it right? If you don't think it's a foul, then just call it so that way headquarters can review it and then make the decision just, right? If it's not, hey, side out, resume play. If it is, then the right foul was made. The right call was made, right? Like, that's my thing. Like, you can correct it. I mean, you could even do that throughout the entire course of the game. If a foul's called that wasn't a foul, but I mean, there's always, a 30-second downtime in between the actual call and the free throws? They're watching it in the headquarters in real time. How hard is it to just, hey, stop the free throws, it wasn't a foul, or it wasn't a shooting foul, it's side out because the contact happened here, whatever, and then boom. There you go. Yes, the players are going to cry and blah, 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 but at least you got it right. So eventually, guess what? The players aren't going to care. I mean, the players are going to cry regardless, but at least you got it right. At least people know, okay, you got it right. I don't understand why this is so difficult and why they make it so difficult. But anyway, I keep going. I'm going to stop my rant here. So this isn't like a 30-minute rant. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. So I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Do you agree with my points? Do you disagree with my points? Or somewhere in between? However you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I would love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.